Hello everybody, this is the official Crustaceans quarterly shareholder meeting. So thank you for coming if you're here. Don't forget to subscribe. If you subscribe, you become a super member. Haven't decided what that means yet. It should involve some advanced decision making as far as the franchise direction. Anyway, we're here to discuss State of the Union after Week 5. So we're sitting 1-4. We all know that. We just went over the standings over there. Now going through the roster to see if we need to make any changes. Now, the way I see it as president, there are a few options. Number one, always stay pat. Don't move. Be patient. Build through the draft. Handle what we have. Develop what we have. As a former player and as a coach, at heart, I feel that development has taken a backseat sometimes to recruiting. And it's my personal opinion that we can't undersell development. That's number one. Number two, if we've seen enough from the current roster, we need to pick a direction. Direction one would be to replace players. Direction two would be to sell players for assets. Now, by assets, I usually mean draft picks. Cap space is fine. We're profitable. We don't have to worry about that. I'm more worried about being competitive. Right now, the word's out. We're a free win for the most part. So we need to do something. Maybe make a move to demonstrate our commitment to competition. So looking at the screen here, this is what we could fetch if we were to put some of our backups on the market. Pretty much our pick of the round two for those three guys. So that would be our wide receiver 3, our halfback 3, and our CB1. Granted, Goodman, we all know Goodman by now. We've been watching. He makes plays, but he gets beat. He just gets beat. So that's something we need to consider. That would be a second-round pick. I'm going to go ahead and make another little move here just to show you what these guys can get on the open market. I'm going to go for an offensive lineman because we have a huge hole at left tackle. If you were looking at the roster, enormous hole at left tackle. I think our starting left tackle is 59 overall. We could definitely benefit from a solid left tackle. We're looking at 87 overall, 85, probably a younger guy. That can be a cornerstone because Goodman's probably not lasting through the end of the year unless he starts picking up more fumble touchdowns like he did in our win this year. So anyway, that's the options I'm looking at. I now want to go into practice mode. Give you a look at the team. So this is just going through a random set of plays. It's going to keep popping up random plays from the playbook. And that'll give you a good look at kind of what we're running, kind of give you a chance to evaluate the coaching staff, evaluate some of the offensive personnel. And then, hey, you never know, maybe some of the defensive personnel. There's a halfback pass, by the way. So my dream is to perfect this play. I actually have scored a touchdown on it before. There's a big play. I actually have it on tape, so I'm going to send that over to you guys. It'll probably be like it'll be a little Easter egg. It'll be a little Easter egg for the subscribers, let's say. But yeah, I got that play to work. It was coming down to the end of half. I had no timeouts, and I just audibled to it, and it popped up as like the play. And I was like, all right, well, I guess we're calling a halfback pass, and then it worked to perfection. Right to the quarterback, no one guarding him. It was freaking awesome. Now, specifically regarding the play calling here, I want everyone to take note of Webster in the backfield. It seems like he is the most productive player as a wide receiver and as a running back on this team. My proposal, potentially, is that we make him maybe not the full-time running back, but we feature him more heavily in the backfield, given that, number one, we probably want to, as I've said, every single video I've made, control time of possession, limit total possessions by the other team, limit total possessions in the entire game. If we can give him the rock, I think he needs 12 touches a game, minimum, if not 15 to 20, even as a rookie. We're looking at 4 to 6 catches a game in current state of affairs. Can't really be a vertical threat because our line doesn't hold up. Here you go, Webster. All right, don't count that one. But in general, he's been pretty productive as a running back. I think we need to really reassess how we're using him and use him more heavily. As heavily as we can use him, because he is simply our best player. There's no debate. There's simply no debate about that. We need to get him more involved. We need to get in better condition, too. I think he gets tired pretty fast. He seems tired after he makes a play or two. Woods has been pretty productive as well. Yeah, that's a really good play. That's impressive. Yeah, so I think really he becomes our RB1. Talking about Webster again. RB1 on running downs, and Wider, who's our Z. He's our playmaker Z in the pass game, and that's when Woods takes the backfield. We continue to use Brady as a deep threat, although, as I mentioned, we can't really use him as a deep threat. He's got to be more of like a option 3. He's our option 3. It's Webster 1, it's Woods 2, and it's Brady 3. It has to be that way. I think another thing we have to target is we have to get a little more mobile at the quarterback position. Just being not even to run, just to move the pocket. Especially with the way the line is. Here's another halfback pass, see if we can get it to work. Yes, sir. Yeah, if we can do that with Brady, that's going to be fun. I'm going to ask you this. Should we be running more halfback pass? Because I've run it 3 times in practice already. I've not had the stones to call it in any meaningful game situation this season. So let me know in the comments if you want to see more halfback pass. Should that become the staple of the Crustaceans offense, the halfback pass? What we could also do, and I've played around with this idea, is turn a mobile quarterback into a halfback and then design the play such that we toss it to the halfback, who is a former quarterback, and then he throws it. You know what? If we're getting into this conversation, we have a lot of problems, but it's worth a discussion. We're at the shareholder meeting. It's worth talking about. So once again, any suggestions, any ideas, any of you brainiacs out there, just give me a little ring and let me know what I should do. Should I be changing my playbook? Should I be moving guys around? Should I be trading guys? I need input. This isn't a one-man show. This is a community event. And the more buy-in we have from the shareholders, the more successful we're going to be, because 2 brains is better than 1. Usually. Depends on the brains. But typically we like to have a community of dedicated shareholders with the vision of winning in mind. That's going to be how we want to do it. So let me know, what are my priorities? What are my goals? What should my goals be as far as personnel, coaches, players? Should I be firing my head coach? I don't think so. I don't think we have the roster to justify more than a win. We're already outperforming last year. But is it time for Dennis to go? Is it time for him to ride off into the sunset? It may be. Maybe focus on someone who can, develop a quarterback. That might be an option. All this to say, we're getting going on the second part of the season here, and the deadline is approaching. So I'm going to reiterate with Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C. Plan A, stay put. Plan B, trade for some guys and see if we can turn this thing around. Or option C, just start rebuilding. If we do that, we're probably going to sim the rest of the year, go straight to the draft, just kind of let it ride out. That'll put Kurt Warner as a free agent, and we will need to draft a quarterback. That will be priority. If not one, then close to one, because I don't know what the market's going to look like in the off season. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like my videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, or just let me know in the comments. See ya.